movies, but I was just like, you know what? This SGIT say, I'm not gonna watch. There's nothing you can do. Midday was gonna find out on his own about Fabrice. I was like, mess up. Like, there was no need for this. You had 1,000,001. Now, for most Nigerian girls that were already going on and on about, Midday is the man's man, blah, 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 blah. You see why there's no point comparing two people? Because look at how Midday handled grief when his father died. Now, I'm not sure I want a lover like that. I don't want you to ever get to a point in your life where you shut me out. I mean, your partner is supposed to be the exception, right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey guys, welcome. Okay, sorry, let me do official welcome. I've not practiced it. Hey guys, sorry. Hey Arenians, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to ARIKE'S Arena. If you're new here, please like the video, subscribe, go down below, leave a comment with the hashtag new so we can welcome you the Arike way. And if you're a returning subscriber, y'all know I got much love for you. This channel is our own Shebi, you know. Hey, you guys. I literally finished my intro today, like, because it's been a long time that I've done a casual, sit down video and all of that. I don't know, I just never get my intro right anymore. And the way I did it today, you think I actually rehearsed it, but I didn't, it's just grace, Okay, sorry, I digress. Welcome to my channel, you guys. So this is a casual video. I just wanted to, let me not do too many side gists. I've sure been very busy, so I've not had time to do, except the movie review that I did recently. I've not had time to, just sit down with you guys and chat. So, there's this thing that happened recently. SGIT released their 7th season. Now, get this. I have not seen even one episode of SGIT since it came out. And I know there was a time when there was a buzz about it, especially girls. Like, Olumide is a man's man, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think I was still in probably like 200 level or 100 level then when I started hearing about SGIT. But I think there's something with me about overhyped movies. Maybe not necessarily overhyped. I just feel like you can't force me to watch it just because you're making so much noise about it. So you get the gist. So, I mean, till now, I've not watched GOT, Game of Thrones. I've not watched, in fact, Game of Thrones, there was a time I had all the seasons on my laptop and still did not watch it. Same thing with Squid Games. I still have not had time to watch it until they stole my laptop. If you've not seen the video, go and watch that one. But anyways, so I've not seen those movies, even though I knew, they're probably really good movies. I just did not want to succumb to pressure. But here's what happened with this one. So they finally released SGIT season 7. I know the funny thing, right? I was watching each of these other guys in different other contexts. Like, I mean, in other movies or just in other, for instance, Bimbola Craig, I absolutely love her as a person. I followed her YouTube channel for the longest, but that's SGIT. I said, no, I'm not gonna watch. There's nothing people can do to force me. And she's amazing as a person. I knew people loved her. I mean, going by the comments and all of that, most of the people who got to be on her YouTube channel did so because they had seen her in Tiwa, in SGIT, and they had come to love the Tiwa character. I didn't know that. I didn't care. I just loved her as a person. I'd also seen Ayola, the men's club of Red TV, and he did amazingly too. Shalewa, obviously, Sharon Oja, I'd seen her in many other movies, but I was just like, you know what? This SGIT say, I'm not gonna watch. It can't be like this person they follow me fight. I was like, this SGIT, I know they watch. I'm not gonna watch. There's nothing you can do to force me. That's why I'm not watching for season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, all the way to season 6, and then they finally released season 7. There wasn't a lot of noise about it. It was just on my own. I'm like, oh well, why not? Let me go and watch it from the beginning and even see what the buzz is about. So, as always, I mean, as a very opinionated person that I am, I'm sorry, it's hot and I'm just trying to. Anyways. So, as a very opinionated person that I am now, I did watch it and I have a lot of opinions, you get. So, I thought, well, it's not people that will tell me when to come and give my opinions. Even if it's 7 years ago that they released the movie, I'm still gonna talk my own. So here I am, basically just to say what I feel about certain things in the movie. So first off, right, I think I could understand why there was a buzz around it. It was very relatable. Now, I've seen a couple of day-to-day movies, and I feel like with movie making, right, some people have gotten the trick, which is that how do I put it? With movie making, less is more. Okay, so keep in mind that this is not exactly a review. You can think of it as review. You can think of it as an analysis. You can think of it as lessons learned, because I'll also be pointing out a couple of things. So, like I said, with movie making, right, one thing I've realized is less is more. Like, the more relatable they are, the better for you, really. Especially when it's a series. When your audience can see themselves in that scenario, in that setting, it's just more. It's more endearing. I mean, if you're a producer and it's not all about the money for you, I really just want to, reach the heart of your audience. Yeah, I think when it's a relatable movie, there's just a way it feels more personal. That's why people will see that somebody wants to die in the movie and they're like, no, that person must not die. Kiniko. So I think that was something they had. Like, the entire season 1, season 2, season 3, even up until 5, was just basic, a small family, their day-to-day life, and the simple thing that they did was they explored each person's character. So there was the mom, they didn't even explore her own much other than herself and her husband, you get. Then there was, Tiwa with Mide and the other men that came into her life, and then there was Shalewa too with all the other men, and then there was the office setting, and then there was Bisola. What's Bisola's name again? Didi. Yeah, so there was Didi. So I like the fact that they did not congest the movie at all. It was just, a few characters with their explored lives. So it was like we're living their lives with them. So we knew what was happening with, how, usually in movies, right, there's just a central character and then there are the other people that we just see once. But that's not what they did. They were exploring all the characters at the same time. We knew what was happening with their lives. We knew what was going on. And I think that was one thing that must have endeared their audience to. Now, my opinion about Mide's character, who happens to be a very gentleman, literally the kind of, for someone like me who is big on intentionality and big on, a lover, like an actual lover. Don't be a dutiful lover. I've tried to explain this to people before. Like, it's one thing to be responsible. It's one thing to be a lover. Responsibility is, you're supposed to call your partner every day at least, and so you just put a call through. Nothing exciting, no spontaneous, we've not seen this entire week. Like, maybe you're in the same city and you're like, we've not seen this entire week, how about we just take a walk or something? It doesn't even have to be a big deal. So you get, and things like that are not necessarily taught. Like, it just comes natural to some people, while for some other people, they just don't think about it. So Mide was one of those people that, being sweet, being intentional, just was natural for him, right? And then I like the fact that even before Mide's part, they had already tried to explore. There was this guy right before Mide. What's the name of this guy? I can't remember. Like, Femi. Yeah, Femi. I'm sure they were deliberate about picking that name because, it seemed like everything was going well until it didn't, right? And so then they now started the Mide storyline. Now, for most Nigerian girls that were already going on and on about, Mide is the man's man, blah, 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 blah. You see why there's no point comparing two people, because look at how Mide handled grief when his father died. Now, I'm not sure I want a lover like that. I don't want you to ever get to a point in your life where you shut me out. Your partner is supposed to be the exception, right? It was at the verge of calling off their marriage, their wedding. Do you get it? That's why they say that you shouldn't waste your period of dating, in that you should take that time to know this person through and through, even though you really cannot know a person entirely. But this is when you want to learn how they react to situations, their go-to responses, if something goes wrong, how do they react? If they're excited, how do they react? When they're sad, when they're angry, all of those things. For instance, Mide's handling of the grief was just nah. Another thing, that Fabrice secret, so unnecessary. I don't know how Tiwa handled it like that. And see what I'm saying about how they made it relatable. Now I'm literally talking about these guys, and you can almost forget that it was a movie, right? Because I was so pained. Like one of the episodes, I can't remember which of the episodes it was, but the episode where it seemed like Mide was gonna find out on his own about Fabrice, I was like, mess up. Like there was no need for this. You had 1,000,001 opportunities to just tell him, hey, this is what happened. Because it happened before they started dating. It happened before they started dating. It was a one-time thing. Like there were lots of reasons why it could have been pardonable, right? But you kept, and you know when you have to lie on top of the lie, what now hurts the person is not just what you did. It's how much effort you put into lying to them. Like how then do they come back to trust you? Do you get? So I feel like an early confession would have saved that entire situation. Then what else did I have an opinion about? Shalewa's growth was just beautiful to see. Jeez, like Shalewa literally grew before our eyes. And you know the funny thing again about how relatable they made the movie, it wasn't just that she was growing in the movie, she was actually growing in real life. Like she was growing in her career and all of that. And then for the mother, now if you look through the comments, you realize that for a lot of people she's their favorite, right? But not mine. Not that I have anything against her, but you know what I was saying about how I prefer when it's natural than when it's acted, right? The aim of good acting is that you can do it so well that your audience can forget that it's an act. Do you get? Now she doesn't give me that vibe. She's Igbo, quite alright, and the fact that she can even deliver that role is plausible in itself. But my point is, there were some places that our reaction was overly exaggerated. Like no Nigerian mom does that, duh. You know, they were trying to paint her as the typical Yoruba mom, you know, in terms of the exclamations and all of that. And sometimes she just does too much, and you're like, nah. You can tell that she's acting it, but she's acting it so well. That's my opinion anyway. So yeah, that was my thing. And then Timini, I think Timini's own, this was before the advent of Bad Boy T, because now if you see Timini in any role, best believe he's a bad boy because you get, but I mean, it was the good boy in this setting, and that was sort of refreshing to see, at least for me, that I am now just watching it at this time, you know, when all I've seen in recent times is Bad Boy T. Then what else I want to say about it? And then they finally released season. Oh, and then the auntie, what's this woman's name? The auntie Sha, the mother's younger sister. That day that they said, I don't even know what season this was, but that day that they had their fallout and, you know, sort of spoke harshly to each other, it didn't give. I'm sorry. I'm already turning this thing to a review, but anyways, Isha didn't give as far as I was concerned. There was no deep secrets being let out, so to say. We already know she's not married. We already know that, you know, somebody broke her, and I think she had already mentioned somewhere that when she was trying to advise Tiwa, that she chose her job over, you know, over who should have been her husband. So like there was no new gist actually, because that scene was supposed to be the one where, you know, they unnecessarily opened old wounds and, you know, everybody's hurt, but there was really no, I don't know, they were just for me it felt like they were feigning the heartbreak, because like nothing gegel really happened in that scene. Then what else? Generally, right, I like that it's a very homely movie. I like the fact that you could literally learn through their lives, you know, because they were making mistakes at, you know, every episode, and you're like, nah, she shouldn't have done that. Oh, she shouldn't have said that. You know, when there were some personal issues that she took on air without talking to her partner, there were things like that. And then Shalewa's, you know, very terrible taste in men. They were just very relatable lives that you could, you know, you could readily pick lessons from, and I think that's really commendable. Bimbola Craig is the head of production, I think, and she, honestly, when it comes to Ndani and their soaps, to be honest, I think they do a really good job. There's some of them that I've not seen. Rumor Has It, I've not seen Rumor Has It. There's this one that I just started watching too. Phases, yeah, Phases too is good. Generally, I think they do really good soaps. So yeah, thumbs up to them big time. Because I mean, some of the movies that we have, even like in the cinemas and all of that, they're no reach, you get. And then another thing is, I think generally I've never really liked series, you get. So that's two things for me. I don't like overhyped movies, and I don't like series too. So it was just a lot of things for me. But I mean, when you're able to do a series and also keep your audience glued to the storyline, I mean, it's just job well done, really. So yeah, I think that's about it, really. It was a really awesome movie. Yeah, I think that's that. Let me not talk too much, but I think that's about it. So much at the finally Skinny Girl in Transit. I finally watched it. Everybody can rest now. So yeah, I just said, oh, now that I finally seen it, I suppose go talk my own, and that's what I came to do. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this. They're supposed to release this second episode of the season 7 maybe tomorrow or next, so we'll watch that one too and enjoy. But yeah, thank you, Danny, and thank you guys for watching this video. And if you're not subscribed, God, I don't sell my channel enough. If you're not subscribe, go and check my videos. I do a lot of lifestyle content. I'm also big on impact, so you see a couple of shows. There's Breathe, there's Inspired, you know, they're just a couple of things that I do. And then there's med school too, and then I do movie reviews. God, I do too many things. Anyways, you guys, thank you for joining me on this video. I love you guys plenty. That's about it, right? Oh yeah, I'm a